Hello everybody, and it is my great pleasure to bring you the 2021 DDNet Game of the Year Awards. We're going to be announcing one per day over much of this month, celebrating the very best and brightest of the video game industry through the year, and it has been an absolutely incredible year indeed. There has almost not been a single week that has gone by without a game that is worth talking about, and we have almost 50 games to award across all of our categories this year, just showing just how much variety and quality and depth there has been in what developers and publishers have been able to put out through very difficult situations. This year we will be giving away 4 awards per category, 2 bronze, 1 silver and 1 gold. It should go without saying which is the top award, that being the gold of course, but don't overlook the others. These are all excellent games that you're going to see over the course of these awards, and we highly recommend that you try each and every single one of them. So with all of that, sit back, relax and enjoy, and allow us to bring you the very best that 2021 has given us. The first bronze medal winner in our Nicest surprise category goes to Bunhouse. We had no idea that there was a game called Bunhouse in development at the start of the year. In fact, until about a week or two before the game's release, we still didn't know it existed. The only reason we discovered it was because the developer themselves put a tweet out on Twitter saying, can we get some eyeballs on this game, because we don't have many people paying attention to it. But that tweet did indeed get a lot of attention. 1.2 million views later, Bunhouse became one of the indie darlings of 2021. And with good reason. This game is delightful. It is wholesome, it is sweet, it is innocent. It is a game that the entire family can enjoy, and it is a game that will pick you up when you're in a down mood because it is just so bright and happy. The basic principle of the game is simple. You play as a rabbit with a greenhouse. You grow plants from the seeds, and then you sell those plants to buy more seeds. You can do a bit of yoga and you can do a bit of fishing on the side, but really it is just a very laid-back, chilled game in which you get to play as a cute bunny. We don't get many games that let you do that. So Bunhouse was certainly a well-appreciated and welcome surprise in 2021. The second bronze medal goes to The Good Life. The Good Life is a nice surprise in the way that just about every single one of Swery's games turn out to be a nice surprise. You'd never know what you're going to get going into them, but you're sure to walk out with something that is creative, different, interesting, and very, very easy to play. Swery's games have this Moorish quality about them that once you start to play them, you really can't stop. And The Good Life is the wholesome side of Swery. We've seen him do horror with Deadly Premonition. We've seen him do some very dark things with some of his other work. But The Good Life is a pleasant game, and it has been designed to be a pleasant game from day one. And it succeeds in that, much like everything else that Swery does. He fundamentally succeeds in what he is trying to do. So this game wasn't a surprise so much in that it happened, because we knew that it was going to be something that we wanted to pay attention to. It's a surprise in the sense that we just didn't expect to love it quite as much as we did. We didn't expect that this game was going to be one of our Game of the Year highlights, but we certainly haven't been able to put it down or stop talking about it ever since it released. The silver medal for the nicest surprise of 2021 goes to Dungeon Encounters. This game was a surprise in the truest sense of the word. We had no idea going into Tokyo Game Show that we were going to get an announcement that would be of particular interest, because Tokyo Game Show for a number of years now has not been the place where big announcements were made. But there was Square Enix, and they dropped the announcement of Dungeon Encounters about a month before the game itself released. Many people saw this in the stores for sale before they knew it existed, and that doesn't usually happen with Square Enix. Usually they have very long PR campaigns to make sure that everybody knows about their big AAA blockbusters before they land. Dungeon Encounters certainly has a much more modest scope than the AAA side of Square Enix's business, but it is a game that has been made with real love by fans of JRPGs for fans of JRPGs. It is a cut-back to no-frills experience, and for people that enjoy the combat systems of JRPGs and the fundamental design that is behind them, Dungeon Encounters is an incredibly compelling game that works for short bursts and also for longer play sessions. As much as we have loved discovering those other 3 games that we've just mentioned, the nicest surprise of 2021 and our gold medal winner this year is Blue Reflection Second Light. Even the biggest fans of Blue Reflection did not expect to see a sequel to that game. It's a simple reality that Blue Reflection launched a number of years ago, failed to set the charts alight, and didn't do particularly well with the critics or the community either. It was a very, very niche game. So after a couple of years of silence, we all assumed that it was going to be a one-off, a cult classic for people, and a one-hit wonder for that very small group. But Cast and Koei Tecmo, to their great credit, were willing to give it a second chance. And what they've done with Blue Reflection Second Light is build on the original in every way, keep the core and essence of it, keep the beauty that people loved about the game, and the narrative beats, as well as the characterization that was so iconic to Blue Reflection, and build on it in a way that gives it a chance to find a mainstream audience. Who knows if it will? The early reports are that it has done better with the critics and certainly seems to have a higher prominence this time around. But whether this is the last Blue Reflection or not, the fact that we got a second one at all was a surprise and certainly a very welcome one indeed.